Sensya na. So, good afternoon. Kasama ko si Chairman Ricky Vargas at si Governor Al Panlilio, Presidente din ng SBP, para sa huli namin board meeting, kung ano yung plano namin ng board, kung ano napagkasundoan ng board, kung anong plano ng SBP, at kung ano napagkasundoan din ng SBP at PBA. So, Chairman?
Yeah. Good. Magandang hapon, everyone. So, I am very pleased to say that the PBA once again will adjust its schedule to allow some players from the token text to play with Gilas during not only during the window but also during the practice. So it was a unanimous decision of the board to support such thing. But as we play in with Gilas and commit with Gilas, tuloy pa rin ang PBA basketball which will start again on Feb 11. So nandiyan tayo. So that's excellent news. And hopefully when it starts on Feb 11, a week after or even earlier, pwede na tayong mag-invite ng mga manunood, no? and fans. So excellent meeting today. So that went very well. And we also discussed a little bit about not only about the FIBA World, not only the February support for Gilas, but also we're looking forward to continuing the support up to World Cup 23. So yun lang po. So we're happy to report that, and I'd like to thank the Governor Al Panlilio, who is also the President of SBP, for the continuing partnership with PBA.
Bago kay Gov Al, nagpapasalamat din ako sa dalawang governors, lalo na kay Chairman Ricky Vargas, na siya ang tulay dito sa SBP and Gilas. Malaking tulong ang ginagawa nila, lalo si Chairman, sa yung nagtitimon ng board, at malaking bagay talaga sa akin si Chairman as of now. Kaya maraming salamat, Chairman. Gowal.
Salamat.
Hi, good afternoon. No, I'd like to echo what Com Willie just said. I'd like to thank Ricky, of course, Chairman of the PBA. He's also involved in SBP, as you know. He was elected also VP in SBP. And it's these kinds of linkages and partnerships that need to continue. No? This effort of the SBP cannot be SBP alone. We have to have really partnerships with an entity like the PBA to make it happen, because we're looking at the best talent in the country and pushing for the program. At the end, it's really for the sake of the national team that we're all doing this. So, papasalamat ako to the Chairman, Kong Willie, and the members of the board of governors. We're always being there for the SBP and the national team. Without them, there will be a lot of instances that we will have no team to send in international competition. So that bond will continue to be strong, and we will continue to, obviously, not all relationships are perfect. May mga kailangan pa kaming i-tweak, no, in certain areas. But as long as the conversation is ongoing and we continue to improve that for the sake of all the stakeholders in Philippine basketball. So papasalamat din ako sa to the PBA, to Chairman, and to committee, again, all the governors of the PBA.
Okay. Questions? Kinito, patingin naman doon sa video. Kinito, question?
Maraming salamat. Magandang hapon, Chairman and Gov Al and Commissioner. Good to see all of you together. I have two questions now, if I may. First question is, how important is this coming February window, considering qualified na naman tayo sa World Cup? At pangalawang question, will Chot Reyes be the new Gilas Program Director?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Benito, for that question. I mean, I know we are qualified, but I think we also know that we want it is preparatory to a good showing, hopefully in August 2023. So we want to take all the windows seriously, all the tournaments, and we have a very busy calendar for 2022. We have the windows, you have the SEA Games, you have the FIBA Asia Cup, you have the Asian Leagues. Lahat yan, we want to participate, not only to show up, but also hopefully have a competitive team to start preparing also for real competition in August 2023. So, importante yung February, even though we've qualified as you indicated, napaka-importante yun. On your second question, at the end of the day, I think it's just about natural na kasi Chot will be the coach. Siguro naman it's very clear na it has to be his program that has to continue, di ba? Or I guess moving forward. Although he's developing that now, early days tayo, kaka-announce na namin last week, or sorry, was it this week, early part of this week. So let's give him a chance. He's already scrambling for the February window. 3 weeks to go. And again, thank you for the support of the PBA that we are able to now at least have a semblance of a lineup in the February window. I mean, just to update you, we already have Ans Kwame, Rangel, Navarro, Tungkab, Dileano inside the bubble, where TNT is also in. We expect Dwight Ramos to arrive tonight, so we hopefully expect him to be in the bubble by tomorrow morning. No? And Chot, based on who will be able to join us, because there are other names that were still pending. Hopefully, we get some approvals, but we know it's very tight for them to still join the bubble. And based on those players, Chot will have to identify who from the TNT team will complement those players.
Just one final question, if I may. Okay lang, Chairman?
Go ahead.
Okay. I just want to ask, just to clarify and clear the air, is Coach Tab Baldwin involved in somehow sending players, Filipino players, to Japan as a agent being fronted by others?
You're asking me, Benito?
Yes, Chairman.
Yeah, no, thank you. Alam mo, to be honest, Kinito, I've been hearing about that, but there is really no proof. So there's a lot of talk going around and a lot of rumors and a lot of speculations because of his connections with agents and former agents and friends and players saying that they've been approached and all that. But there is no hard and fast there's no real proof, no. It's just all smoke. So I don't know, but it's being talked about. I'm sure. When you ask that question, you probably heard of some stories as well, right? So I'm not. Yeah.
And if I may add to that, Finito, again, it's very hard to prove that, but if there's smoke, there's fire somewhere, right? I mean, the saying goes like that. But people I talk to who are not even being directly involved mention it to me, and I just don't really mind it, but it's there. You hear about it, so we actually don't know, but it's being talked about.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Benito.
Question? Bong Lazada.
Hi, Com. Good afternoon po.
Palagay naman sa gallery. Sandali. Sorry. Palagay nga sa gallery. Nandun lahat sila. Hindi ko sila makita eh. Sorry ah. Hindi, okay lang. Bong, go ahead, Bong.
Hi, Com. Good afternoon po. Com, natanong po kita nung isang araw kung sila ay sa yung Niato Twins po are maglalaro na po ba this conference? Com, nakapirma na po ba sila sa respective teams nila para makapaglaro ngayong resumption?
As of now,
I think from SBP, I think we tried to renew them at least for the window in February because we were scrambling for players. But all five decided to really pursue their PBA careers. No? And I know they're in negotiations. I think 2 of them have signed up,
Three.
or
Three
third
and
one
five.
about to sign up. So really, I think 2 of the 5 na lang yung medyo iffy pa as of now. No? I think 2 have signed up, the third one almost signed up. 2 of the 5 in process. But from an SBP point of view, we've actually said, yes, please go back to your mother teams in the PBA. And that was the arrangement from the start. No? As you recall, we have a special Gilas draft for this. And the arrangement was after either the tenure in SBP or when the time comes that the SBP would decide to release them, then they would go back to the mother teams in the PBA. That was the arrangement from the start.
Tama, matagdagan ko lang doon.
Hindi po, Com.
Kung ila-line up sila, makakalaro sila itong Feb. So pwede silang maglaro kung ila-line up na sila at depending din sa coaches. Okay ka na, Bong?
Sino po yung tatlo, Com?
Huwag muna. Kasi nag-negotiate pa. Pasensya muna. Kung pwede lang. Pasensya muna,
Okay lang
Bong.
po.
Okay.
Follow up lang po kay Sir Al. Sir Al, nabanggit niyo po kanina na si Dwight is parating na mamayang gabi. Are there any other players po sa B-League na uuwi muna to
Right
join
now,
the Gilas program?
Right now, si Dwight. Si Dwight pa lang. Yeah. Right now. So I don't. I mean, there's no development on the others. It's just Dwight Brown.
Thanks po, Sir Al. Thank you, Com.
Thank you, Bong. Thank you.
Thank you, Bong. Ruben.
Yes, good afternoon po. Question po yung follow-up lang po dun sa una yung sinabi na i-adjust yung schedule. Ano po yung details nito? Tigil po ba muna yung laro during the window? Ano po ba yung detalye po yun?
Chairman, yung schedule. Nag-adjust natin.
Schedule.
Yung token test, di ba? Yung inuna muna natin.
So ang mangyayari dan, well, let me look at the schedule of the PBA. No? So it begins on the 11th. So up front, mas maraming games gagawin ang they're rescheduling it to allow Talk and Text to play as many games as they can so that they can go out early and work for the February bubble. So hahabol na lang sila at the end. So that the PBA is working out that schedule. But we start on the 11th and based on our discussion today, the finals will be somewhere in April 17. No?
Game 7.
Well, Game 7 will be somewhere about April 17. So yun. So I think there will be time for Talk and Text to be able to serve its role in Gilas.
But
Follow-up po? Sige po.
I think Ruben, I think that your question also is tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung PBA during the time.
tuloy-tuloy.
PBA will not stop.
So TV5 has agreed to that also, that tuloy-tuloy ang PBA, they will also cover the Gilas window games.
Ang mangyayari doon, giveaway din tayo sa FIBA. First game natin, PBA, live. Second game, FIBA. Delayed telecast ang second game ng PBA, pero live sa One Sports. Yun ang napag-usapan namin with Shena sa TV5. So ganun ang mangyayari. Ang tatamaan lang naman natin sa atin sa TV5, Friday and Sunday.
So magandang collaboration, including TV5, SBP, and the PBA have all adjusted to collaborate and bring the games to everybody without really affecting the PBA games. But although they will be shown in another channel, and they said that's fine. We give priority to the national team.
Follow up po. Yung ano po, bali po yung mangyayari po before the window, tapos na po yung eliminations ng TNT bali.
Hindi
pa.
8 games pa lang sila noon. Kailangan so may 2 pa sila. Pagbalik, Ruben, may 2 pa sila.
Okay po. And meron na po bang nababanggit with regards kung sino po yung TNT players na kukunin or pag-uusapan pa?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think when I'm talking to Chot, no, I think again depending on the people who can join the pool that I mentioned earlier, he will adjust after that. So I guess let's give him this week because players are just starting to come in. Next week siguro meron siyang he has a good idea now of what the lineup will look like.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Ruben.
Okay, questions? Demison,
Hi,
sorry.
hi Sir Allen, hi Sir Ricky. Good afternoon po.
Hi, Dennis.
Question po for Sir Al and Sir Ricky. Sirs, I understand sobrang busy ni Coach Chot ngayon, so kayo po yung humaharap ngayon. And I was just wondering, Sir Al and Sir Ricky, ano po yung parang criteria niya for reeling in certain players aside from the manpower crisis nga that we currently have and the little window that we're given. I was wondering din po kasi, sirs, kung why was Dwight was the only one reeled in from Japan when may other din naman po tayong eligible players can actually be plucked from there. If Dwight can be plucked there, why not the other players?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's who is available at this point. No? So when we reached out to Dwight, he did say he showed interest to come over. In fact, even to the risking his Japanese contract. No? Kasi the Japanese football club, my understanding from si manager Butch Antonio yung pag-usap no? Na if he gets a contract COVID or he gets injured, his Japan team said we will not continue your contract. So we said kung ganun mangyari, kami sasagot no? SBP sasagot. So it's also the availability of who is available I guess for this window. Beyond this window, I think again I think we will talk about it with Chot, but I guess we will have a full lineup, a pool that can lead us na up to World Cup 2023 because I've asked him already, sino na ba yung we have to think of who the team will look like and whether there will be some PBA players because I think the PBA is open naman. If we identify a handful, 2-3 players that we say that should be part of it, I think the PBA will allow those players to be part of the lineup. So we will work on that after the February window.
That's right. We're very supportive of the team, and it is our wish that we know early enough which will be the core of our team in World Cup 2023 so that we can actually go ahead and train them. Masyadong malapit na yung World Cup, diba? And we want to perform well. As Al said, we have the Asian Games, no? And that is important. The Southeast Asian Games, that's important to us too. Remember, we never lost in the Southeast Asian Games. That's important to us, very important.
Sir, just to follow up din po, just to get something on the record, Sir Al, SBP, as far as SBP is concerned, sir, are there parang safety nets being put together para hindi na po tayo mapunta sa ganitong predicament, especially with all these tournaments, big tournaments lined up in the first half of the year?
Yeah, I mean that's why we're trying to identify, beyond the February window, identify that pool of those players, which will be a combination, of course, of Gilas, youth, the younger Gilas, and some PBA players. And if we can advise the PBA early on, we can really create a program for that one. Again, we will try not to disrupt the PBA as much as we can, but I'm sure. Not speaking for Chot, but I'm sure that he might need 2-3 players that will still come from the PBA just to make sure that it's the best team that we can put in the floor. That's a task to be done, and we don't want to be in this position by the end of the year or before August next year. Again, we have an exodus of players leaving the team, and we don't know the lineup. That has been quite painful, to be honest. And I guess we just have to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Lastly,
if I may add, hindi lang naman PBA ang stakeholders, di ba? So I guess we also have to reach out to the UAP.
Yes.
There's very good players there. If we look at World Cup, we've also have to reach out to the other leagues, the NCAA and all that. So we get the best players that we can. So we're seeking everybody's cooperation.
sir, just to touch up on that, sir, are any status po or developments on Carl Tamayo and Justin Baltazar? Are they on their way or inaayos pa po?
Well, I think we were wishing they could join us, both Tamayo and Baltasar. They're also in the list of Chot. We're just trying to work it out with the teams. Maybe a bit too tight, no? But we're still trying. Pero if they cannot make it, then we will adjust for this window. But hopefully, moving forward beyond February, we can talk to both UP and Lasal to make sure that they're still part of that lineup that we can bring to World Cup 2022.
Thank you, sir. Sir Ricky and Kong Willie. Salamat
Thank
po.
you very much.
Noel Sarate.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Clarify ko lang, walang break ang PBA while the FIBA window is happening. Am I correct?
Walang break.
Kasi ang alam kong venue ng gagawin natin for FIBA will be Araneta Coliseum. So pag nagsabay sila, saan maglalaro PBA? Araneta rin?
Antipolo, NRS Antipolo.
Okay.
Nakapag-usap, tama.
Yeah, so the commissioner has already put that in execution.
Okay, yun lang po. Thank you.
Questions? Wala na? Ruben. Go, Ruben.
Follow up na lang po. Although yung preparations is for the February window, na-touch na po ba yung other windows like PBA din po ba players would be playing? Meron na po bang discussion about it?
Ruben, wala pa. We'll finalize that post February window, but with the view of not only the next window, but with the view of the August 2023 World Cup team. I think that's what I was talking to Chot about. That we already have to sort of identify the team that will be playing in the World Cup next year. It's hard to look at the lineup on a window per window basis. We have to plot out until next year. And if there are players from the PBA, I think the only request of the PBA is to tell them ahead of time.
Yeah, and follow up po yung sa PBA schedule, Araneta, Inares, Antipolo lang po ba o meron na po bang ibang venues sa resumption ng PBA?
As of now, Ruben, Araneta, Inares, Antipolo, nakipag-usap na nga kami kay ex-mayor and governor Junjun Inares. Na-inspection na rin tayo 2 days ago. Baka Inares, Antipolo tayo and Araneta.
Thank you po.
Thank you. Randolph?
Kom, good afternoon po. Tanong lang, Kom. Sabi nga medyo kailangan nating replenish yung pool. Would that mean na magkakaroon pa rin tayo ng special Gilas round for the upcoming draft? Kasi alam ko you're anticipating na for May yung draft natin, mag-ano ulit tayo. Will that be something to be observed po ulit?
Identify the teams.
Napag-usapan namin kanina rin yun, no? On the draft. There will be some changes, but yes, the PBA is willing to go through that process again. There was some openness, but there was no conclusion to how we're going to do this. I understand the draft will be sometime in May, and there will be new draft rules. It will be more open to accept field foreigners. And at the same time, I don't think we've changed our mind about the Gilas draft, but there will be some contracts and policies that may change. So that's still under discussion.
Follow up lang po, Kom. You've mentioned in a past interview na meron kayong open communication with the KBL. Obviously, ramdam ho natin yung migration ng players natin trying their their talents overseas. May development na po ba doon and kasama na pa po ba sa diskurso yung sa Japanese D-League and possible yung sa iba pang karatig bansa natin?
Ang KBL, may meeting kami sa Feb 7 with President Yi. Feb 9, Wednesday, 1 o'clock sa kay President Yi. So tingnan natin kung ano kasi may konting usapan na kami sa email kung anong dapat ang mga diskusyon. So tingnan natin after Feb 9, Randall.
Thanks, Kom.
Salamat.
Hi, Com. Hi, Renzong Tito po from Tube Network. Hi, Com Willie, Chairman Ricky, and Sir Al. Sir, kunin ko lang po yung impression nyo po sa performance ni Kai Soto. At saka, may possibility ba po na makalaro si Kai Soto, maka-join si Kai Soto sa ating Gilas lineup for the FIBA February window?
Yeah, I mean, I only see what I see in the social media and performance. I haven't really seen a full game, but I can see that I'm reading the articles that he is improving, and happy to note that. Maybe not for the February window because he has commitments in Australia, but definitely I think we would like Kai to be part of the World Cup team in 2023. So if we can bring him in, definitely that will be a big plus for the team. But happy to see his development. I hope he continues to develop. And yeah, happy for Kai.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Ruben ulit. Parang Ruben.
Sorry, hindi pala naibaba yung praise hand. Sorry.
Okay. Bong, ikaw ulit. Bong.
Opo, kay Sir Al Pan po. Sir Al, ba't si Dwight po kahit darating mamayang gabi, pinayagan siyang pumunta kagad ng bubble? Wala na po bang quarantine na dadaanan si Dwight?
Wala na. Yun na yung bagong policy, di ba?
Okay po.
Pagpunta niya sa bubble, he will have to...
Yeah, but we will test him when he
We will
comes
test
in.
him.
Normal procedures. We will test him, antigen, kung negative, that's good. Kung hindi, of course, we'll have to manage him. No? But yeah, he will go straight to the bubble.
Kailangan lang niya na 48 hours na RT-PCR bago umalis doon sa Japan.
Thanks, Com. Thanks, Sir Al. Thanks, Sir Ricky.
Thank you, Bong.
Wala na. So, yun nga, Goval, parting mo.
Well, again, thank you for being here today. Just like to thank the PBA again for the support of the SBP. Sana nga, mag-start na talaga yung PBA sa Feb 11, that's the calendar. And thank you for the support to the Gilas program, to the SBP program. So we're, hoping that you continue to support us in the February window. It will be, as I said, very busy calendar this year. We
Chairman.
Every time we begin the playing, I get so excited and very happy. We've been over 2 years going through this whole process. Stop, lose so many issues, lose our players to other leagues, go through that whole process. So tingin ko naman na gumaganda na kasi Dwight coming back is a good sign. They're not beginning to realize that not all is nice playing overseas. There are 2 players who are coming back. I think that's fun. That's what the 2 players coming back. Si Paras and Viliano.
Viliano is also.
So they're coming back. We've gotten feelers that there are people who want to continue to play with, come back to the PBA and also play with the Gilas. So I think if we continue to allow our basketball to be played in the Philippines and we start opening up our economy, there's a great chance that we will get these people back and invite more to play in the PBA. We're very positive about it. So, thank you.
So yun, maraming salamat sa inyo. Magkita-kita tayo sa games natin. And good afternoon.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Gov. Thank you, Com. Thank you.